quite overwhelming, so it must certainly have brought up some questions.
Before you bump me with questions, I have to clarify something, because I'm pretty sure you have a lot of concerning questions. One thing I sort of have to emphasize is that this is done within a very short amount of time, because I know there are a lot of things that hasn't been considered properly, but I would also like to take this opportunity to hear your critiques so that we are aware of it.
Thank you very much for your impressive presentation. I'm also impressed. I have a question concerning the wastewater systems you presented. My first question would be, have you ever realized one of these systems?
As I mentioned, in terms of MBR itself, yes, there's one plant already in operation in the Netherlands, but the so-called located sanitation system, it's still an idea, a concept.
Where is your data coming from you are using in your presentation?
I'm sorry, where are
the data you presented, like you can generate from the effluent, from MBR drinking water, that your system is totally energy sufficient. Where is this data coming from?
That's a data actually calculated by our colleagues in USG Amherst. We use this to present for another project in China, in which they are thinking about developing this system.
How? Yes or no? Because I wrote my PhD about it, and I would really suggest not to present it to a client, because I guess you can't hold it. It's not possible.
Because of that's also good comment. I'd like to take this opportunity. Yes.
Because if you want only one, there are many issues that would really fill out if you would discuss about it. But one thing, if you want to produce drinking water from the effluent of your MBR system, then you can also desalinate seawater, and that costs a lot of energy. Otherwise, everybody will do that, will face water shortage problems.
Actually, we had this comments coming back from our clients too. They were thinking that they're saying that it costs more than desalination of water. But as I have also, I've already actually expressed this concern to our colleagues in the Netherlands.
Well, I think most of us don't understand that system at all. Yeah. Can someone give us more information? Because this term is new to us. MRB?
MBR.
MBR.
So the system is existing. It's membrane bioreactor. It's just cleaning the water. But I want to add a little bit, because you're completely right. So the proposal is not to use the effluent as drinking water.
It's only one example, so many issues, and for example, the MBR. And MBR is actually not very much different to a normal wastewater treatment system. So you use like aeration for the decomposting of the material, but at the end you have a physical barrier for filtering the treated wastewater. So in the MBR for wastewater treatment, these membranes you get in different pore sizes, so you can, it's like a filtering system, and for wastewater treatment generally you can produce with an affordable amount of energy like bathing water quality, but this water still contains a lot of nutrients, so the nutrients are not decomposed, so you still have to think about that. But actually you can put a finer filter at the end, but then you're in the stage of reverse osmosis, and then because the pores are getting very small, so you need a lot of energy. And then there's a question which scale, do you put it in the buildings or you put it centralized, because the system is also discussed for centralized wastewater treatment plants, to put like an additional barrier at the end, but this is very, very costly. So it's actually, these systems are available for wastewater treatment in this decentralized way, but actually you need energy, and the system where you can generate energy, therefore the energy is only in black water, so like in the toilet water, but therefore you have to have a separated system, and this system only works if you have a very small amount of water. So then you need a specific collection system, like a vacuum system, but the vacuum system also needs energy. And so actually if you have a calculation, then you can, if you have an MBR and the anaerobic digestion system, then and this is also, many questions. It's depending on how much water you use, because you still use the energy for the MBR, and then you can recover a small amount of energy by anaerobic digestion, but in generally you can say that of the whole amount of energy you need for the wastewater treatment with an MBR, combining it with the anaerobic digestion and the household bio-waste, you can maybe recover 10% of the whole energy you need. So you still need a lot of energy for it, actually.
I would suggest that the two of you sit together because this is going to take almost as long as you producing your PhD.
I have a question about densities. Because you were running so fast that it was not easy to follow. I read in one of the first slides that you showed that you are proposing a density of 100 from 100 people per hectare to 200 people per hectare. Am I right?
No, that was just an example, sort of like a little bit about defining walking city. From the survey, in every walking city, the population density per hectare is between 100 to 200 people.
100 people per hectare is so less than 30 dwellings.
I'm sorry, it's less than?
Less than 30 dwellings per hectare. Because a family is 3 persons. So a dwelling for every 3 persons, 30 dwellings per hectare. And this is not consistent with the images that you showed and with the public transport you propose. It's not consistent.
Speaking of this question, I have to say, it also really depends on where you're talking about, because let's look at the figure of Hong Kong. By far has the highest density, population density in the world. We're talking about some 780 people per hectare. Whereas in Shanghai, I think we have 400 people per hectare. But in the Western society, I think this figure is much lower, so it depends a little bit.
Yeah, but the images you show in the final part of your speech and not consistent with it.
You were right. Remember I said the last part, chapter 5, all those are actually sort of like to fulfill the requirement of the government. They think the first one is realistic, but that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for high rises, because for them, high rises buildings now, it's a symbol of modern futuristic advance.
Let me say that when you are proposing something, you have to be coherent. So if you are proposing a low density, because one is 100 people per hectare is low density, and when you are proposing MBR, you have to be coherent with the land use. MBR is land consuming. It's not what you are showing. Something that is disturbing. Something that is not coherent with what you are seeing.
Thank you. During Dr. Kaplan's presentation, he said this area is a very serious issue.